Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip the Mile High Mouth, and today we're unboxing the thing that you saw in the thumbnail, sort of. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox the latest member of the Nintendo Handheld family of systems, and then compare it to its time-honored brethren. In fact, this would actually be like, kind of, Nintendo's 24th handheld system thingy. Or rather, I think this would be like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the 7th generation, maybe the 6th, I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's get to it. Boom. This is the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a Switch with a 2. See, look. Here's the side of the box. Here's the top of the box. Here's the other side of the box. And here's the bottom of the box. Right? You can pause it and take a look at, maybe you can read all that. I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Here's the back of the box. Front of the, yeah, the box is just kind of there. Anywho, let's get into that. Oh, wait. The thing here, it says plug it in, set it up. Yeah, there's that. Whoop. Oh, jeepers. That's big. It's pretty big. And here's the new Joy-Cons. These are pretty big too. Ooh, let's see. Put this plastic to the side. It's the right Joy-Con. There's the side of that. Huh. Slick. The buttons are a lot bigger. There's that. That looks interesting. And here's the other one. This is the blue one. This is the left one. See, look, left. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, these are comfortable. Huh. Interesting. Here's the actual device. Okay, there's that actual device. Kind of a little boring when you look at it. Here's the top, here's the left side, here's the right side, here's the back side, here's the bottom side. Here's the stand. There's that stand. I have a card for that. And then we'll just oh. It's just kind of like bloop, yeah. Then I could pull it, but there's a oh. That's unique. Huh. So there's that. Let's set you to the side for a second. Okay, so what else we got? We got instruction manuals, which I keep them, but you know, an HDMI cable, which is good. It's one of those it's the right type of HDMI cable. Although I'll probably replace it with an even better HDMI cable later, just as long as it's one of those that has higher transfer speeds. As long as you have the high transfer speeds that you need for 120 hertz and all that stuff, then you're good to go. I'll set that to the side. Okay. We have these little things. We have one for the left, one for the right, and these are the straps. These Joy-Con straps are intended for its MouseCon stuff, where, let's see, we got that. You just kind of plorp that on, and then just, oh, yeah. I have I don't seem to be anything on those skates, but I have a glass pad under there. And if I need to, I got little glass dots I can put on that. I may try and get like a second one of those because I got dots and skates for these. I have skates for these, and they'll fit. Yeah, they'll fit. I'll get some other straps and then test those out there because I want to test and see how those work with the MouseCon stuff. Anywho, there's this one which goes on this one. What? I guess. Oh man, that just locks in there, don't it? Then when you do this, it ejects it. Oh wait. Burp. Yeah, the ejection thing works pretty well. Boop. I just kind of slide it in. Cardboard. And then we have a Joy-Con grip specifically for these. And let's put this into there. Boop. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, come on, give me. There you go. That's pretty big. Like, that is genuinely pretty big. And then we have an SD card. It's USB-C cable. The power brick for this. Yep. That's here. Let's take a look at the beginning of that. There, that is 100 to 240 volts, etc. Oh, I bet I could probably use the same kind of charger that I have for like. I bought like these. I have these 65-watt charger things like these. They probably would work with those. And let's see what else we got here. And here, behind this stuff, is the new dock. Says switch to. That comes off. There's a fan in it. You can see, let's see, USB-C, HDMI, LAN cable, fans, those things and such. USB-C, USB-A. And let's move that box away. And yeah, this will go. I have a screen protector for it, so yeah, I'll go in there like that. And these, wow, will go like, well, come on. There's your home. There you go. Boop, boop. There it is. So, that's, ooh, dusty. Oh no, got some stuff on there. I have a screen protector for it already. Although there's a film on it to prevent it from like shattering. But yeah, I have a tempered glass screen protector I'm going to put over that protector. Oh, I have a protector to put over the protector, so my protector is protecting and protected. Anywho, this is the Switch 2. Now, I do want to grab something here real quick. Long time ago, when the Nitro deck came out, I got a ROG Ally X water-filled container. I want to see if this fits. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Beautiful. I already have a good solid case for this. Whew. But let's set that aside. And I also, because I wanted to check and make sure, I also got a hard case for this. And behold, that fits too. I got that a while back. That and the like when they announced those, all those leaks meant that the people who make accessories for these were well and prepared, which is great. Anywho, let's compare this to some of its brethren. Here is the Nintendo Switch 2 and an original Game Boy. Woo! Look at them. Oh, and they're about that thick, right? Here it is with the original Game Boy. Now, the Game Boy came out originally, it also came out in different colors. And then they put out the Game Boy Pocket. This is the Game Boy Pocket. And then they put out a version of the Game Boy Pocket that had a battery indicator light. See, that's the difference between those two, right? There's one with the battery indicator light. And then, after that, we had our first backlit Game Boy, which is the Game Boy Light. If you check any of our old stuff, you'll see that I've done a lot of videos with these things before. Then the Game Boy Color. And then the Game Boy Advance. The Advance. Ooh. Oh, I do want to mention that there was also, before all these, there was the Game & Watch. I have several different Game & Watch ones. They actually recently re-released the Game & Watch brand with like that Super Mario Brothers and the Legend of Zelda ones. And then I have an old dual screen one, and then the Nintendo Club Ball that they put out. But yeah, there's those. Oh, here's the Nintendo Switch 2 next to a Pokemon Mini. Oh, and while we're on here on the subject of the Game Boy Advance, let's move up to the next thing, which was the Game Boy Advance SP. We have one that's a, it needs to be charged, but this is a front lit one. And this one, which doesn't need to be charged, was a backlit one. And then from there, we got the very first we got the Game Boy Micro. Here is this next to a Game Boy Micro. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Look how tiny that is. There it is next to a Game Boy Micro. And then we had the Nintendo DS. Let's move this up a little bit. Nintendo DS. Then from the Nintendo DS, we had the Nintendo DS Lite, which, look at these colors. This Nintendo DS Lite, fantastic. Then from the Nintendo DS Lite, we got... Oh wait, actually, I also want to mention a Virtual Boy. That's not really a portable, but, you know, got to mention it in there. And from the DS, we got the DSi. Then we got the DSi XL, which is the larger version of that. Actually, look at this is like a limo. It's also like about as big as that. Not too bad. So we have the DSi. Then we have the DSi XL. And then Nintendo launched. Got so many of these things I'm moving around. They launched the 3DS. And then, oh no, there's some white stuff on there. That's dirt. And also like decay from like this rubs up against the top screen. Poor thing. And then they put out, a little bit later on, they put out the 3DS XL. Got one that's red and black. I kind of like red. Good stuff. There's the DSi XL. Sorry, 3DS XL. Then, for some reason, they came out with the 2DS. And that was pretty cool, actually. That was pretty cool. I like this system. It's pretty comfortable to hold. It's because you have a lot here. In fact, it feels like they're taking a little bit from this for this to make this comfy. Like, this is comfortable because this was comfortable. This little cheese wedge here is fantastic. Super underrated system. Then we got the new 3DS, which looks like this, and had faceplates. I added these little things here to prevent it from scratching its screen. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. The faceplates are great too. And then they came out with the new 3DS XL. Oh, yeah, this is a black one I have, but I gave it a Monster Hunter background. Also, this one that I've got here is like, let's see, I think if I remember correctly, I think this one might be IPS on one screen and like TN on another, something like that. And then finally, they came out with the 2DS XL, the new 2DS XL. Ooh, Etrian Odyssey should come to Switch, like this Etrian Odyssey, which is Nexus. So we need 4, 5, and Nexus. Also, oh my gosh, these things are amazing. I still kind of carry that one around sometimes because it's good. Then we got the original Nintendo Switch with its little Joy-Cons, right? And that. This is the, it's tiny little, it's tiny, terrible kickstand, which, I hate that kickstand. It's not that good. But this is the original Nintendo Switch that came out. Although this one here is the one that has like better battery life. Because the original one had kind of bad battery life, and they put out another one. The original one too, the very original ones. So this is actually a Nintendo Switch. If you look at the very backing of it, it says model HAC001. Then a little thing that says 01. That means it's the one with the expanded battery pack, and you couldn't defeat its security with a paper clip, which you could on the originals. Then they came out with the Switch Lite, which, honest to goodness, the Switch Lite is amazing, super comfortable, has an actual D-pad, and one of my favorite little systems here. And if you pick these up now, the aftermarket for them, people are putting OLED screens in these things. They're putting TV outs on them. This one is being modded to heck in a handbasket, but that's actually pretty good. And then finally we had the Nintendo Switch OLED. And that one is pretty cool. That's the one with the OLED. It's larger screen and such. And then we had, well, the newest thing here, the Nintendo Switch 2. And yeah, I'm going to set that up. I'm going to do some more comparisons and things. It's going to be interesting. Thank you, by the way, for sticking through this entire video and letting me show you all the neat little things that are available. Well, the comparisons, because I feel like those are worth it. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Did you pick up one of these? Let's do English US, the Americus. Yeah, nobody reads the end licensing agreement, so accept automatically. And then knock on your door and it's bad. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play around with this thing, set it up a bit, and I'll do some more comparison videos and such. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Did you pick one of these up? What games did you pick up? Did you sell anything to get to it? Because I actually have a lot of handheld systems, turns out. Like, a lot. And I have slightly less now, but you know what? We got one more for the road. But you know what? Worth it. Worth it. I mean, seriously. I had over a dozen plus Game Boys. And then a bunch of Pokemon cards. I literally paid for this with other systems and Pokemon cards, which is pretty funny. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think. Hit that thumbs up, the share button, the subscribe button. Ring that little bell so you're notified whenever we have a brand new video here on Area DMG. And until next video comes out, you are now caught up.
Morning, Maya.